Welcome back to Skeledon, Bushcraft and Survival. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're having an awesome day, regardless of what time it is that you're watching this video. Now, a few years ago, I made a series about how to make and process cordage. I used it from a black cottonwood. You can make it from several different things. But then I took that and I made a sling out of it for a quiver. But there's a lot of different things that you can do with cordage. And today, I'm going to show you how to make this basket right here. All right, to get started, the rope size and length. For this basket that I'm going to be making today, I'm using 10 foot of rope and for the basket, and of course 3 foot of rope for the lid. And the diameter is 1/4 of an inch. If you're going to be making a larger basket, then of course more rope, but I would suggest 2 things. Number one, you would use a larger diameter rope, maybe a 1/2 inch, and also you'd want to only do about 20 feet run at a time. You can always add 2 as you go, but it's just easier to manage. So to make the lashings, we're going to make a bite here, and to make a bite here. So it's like a crazy 8. And then we're just going to wrap this around nice and tight and make it even. All right, now we've got this right here. You want to get the end, and we're going to put it through that little loop right there. And I always go twice, but you can go only once. It doesn't matter on this right here. And then on the other side, pull. Just like that right there. All right, now the other end here, we've got a needle. And what we want to do is we want to fold this around really tight as you can get it. Kind of push it up with your thumb, like that. And then you'll be going through the actual rope with the needle. And then 1 through, 2 through, and we'll be doing that all the way through. And of course, go through it again. Further up, because we're wanting to lash this 2. So we're going to go through. One, 2, and pull it tight. And as you see, it's holding together. Now, this right here will continue all the way around. We're just going to keep going around and around. Like this. And we're going to stitch it up as we go. Now, in the beginning, the stitches will only be about 1/4 of an inch apart. But as it goes on, it will actually become more along the lines of a 1/2 inch apart. I wouldn't do any more than that, though. All right, now once we get to this point right here, then we actually are going to start stair-stepping up. So we go through just like we have been, except for when we pull it tight here, we're wanting to pull this up so that it is actually on top. Same thing for the next one. And we're just going to keep stair this up all the way around. And as you see, it starts getting thicker and thicker. And then it's 3 thick. And we're just going to go ahead and do that all the way up until we get to the point that we want to stop. Now that we've gotten the height that we're going to go, the next step is to get this around the edges. And just like coming up this direction, we're going to put it through here. 1, 2, pull it tight. But when we pull it tight, we're wanting to angle this towards the side, like this. And then the next one, further to the side, and we're going to gradually work it around. We don't want to drastically take it to the side so that it will stay flat all the way around. All right, now that we've gotten this part, we're getting ready to get back up on top for this last run, so that it'll be a lip all the way around. And it's just like all the way through. Just mold it as you go. So in this case right here, I'm going to put it through here. 1, 2, and pull it tight. But just like before, we're wanting to rock this back up on top here. Just like that right there. So it's going at like an angle right there. And then next, when it goes around, we'll be laying right on top, just like that. So there's a little lip on the inside. All right, now here at the end, because the strands are at different lengths, because the way that I cut it, because I cut it at an angle, the threading is going to have to be a little tighter niched all the way through. But everything else is the same. Just making sure that the stitch is going where you're wanting it to go. All right, I never did say how to tie it off, so I've already done this last one. To tie it off, you just go through the same hole that you went through for that stitch. And then come back through a stitch. There we go. And then same thing, 1, 2, and when you pull this tight, then it actually ties a knot on top and it won't go anywhere. Now we just need the lid. All right, now for the lid, I made it really tight. Fits in there. The lid is made just like the bottom, except for that center piece. I just lifted up and then continued on. So, I mean, that's that. But this is one of the ways that you can do it. You can also, instead of stepping it up like this right here, make the lid just fold over the outside. As long as it's kind of tight so that it won't come off of it and stuff. But there at the end, just like the same of there at the end, I did the same thing. There it is. So that's how you can make one of these cute little baskets right here. I hope that I showed enough details for you to be able to do at home if it's something that you'd be interested in. Before you go, check out this video right here. I made a shepherd sling out of paracord. Might be interested in it too. That's going to be it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.